What's going on, yo? Welcome back to Scorecard Reactions. We got something special for you guys today, so take a knee, get comfy. We are going to do an entire album review, 10 individual videos for 10 tracks for the album Purple Doesn't Exist by AQ, which he very so open-heartedly decided to drop for us as a gift on his birthday. So first and foremost, salute AQ if you decide to check this out. I wish you nothing but the best. I hope everything is going your way. And we are about to feast on what you've decided to drop for us. Now, in the couple days since this dropped and me getting a chance to sit down and actually record to it, you guys have basically blasted my timeline telling me how amazing this album is. So unfortunately for him, the bar is going to be very high of expectations. Fortunately for him, I do believe AQ is capable of matching every one of those expectations on this. Not only that, but also for the sake of transparency, this first track that I'm doing, I have listened to already. I maybe even tweeted about it. I don't remember. But go check my timeline. There's proof. So just for transparency purposes, I did listen to the first track. I got geeked out by it. I was like, all right, my dude's locked in. I had to make sure it wasn't like, yo, it's my birthday EP, going dance to this real quick, because that's cool. It's just not what I was in the mood for. And it wasn't. He was cooking on this first track. And since then, I've decided that we're going to do the entire album. So rather than leave this out, we'll do it as a review. First time listen for all intents and purposes. As far as a breakdown goes, I ain't got nothing else to say. Do me a favor. Run the gauntlet. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Little bell notification guy. Let's get to it, man. I'm going to try and keep the intro shorter on this, too, so you don't got to listen to me scream every single track. The doing it in 10 videos is just for my mental health, because behind the scenes, the YouTube aspect of trying to do a whole album review is like the biggest headache for what I do. And by separating it into this, it's not going to make me push it off for another month before I get to it. So we got Third Jam featuring Wizard Chan. This is the first track coming off Purple Doesn't Exist. 1 to 10. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Let's dig in.
You're about to embark on an experience crafted from countless hours of passion, struggle, and dedication. This is more than just music. It's a testament to dreams pursued relentlessly, to stories told through beats and verses. This is the culmination of our dreams. Welcome to the cake business.
If you're listening. Alright, so before we even get into anything, I am a huge proponent of albums. Let me correct that. I'm a huge proponent of artists not assuming that their audience is going to take what they want out of it. So to have kind of like a voice note start the album and kind of tell us what the expectations are, what the culmination of this album is supposed to be and everything like that, I think that helps set the narrative before any kind of like internal biases about like what you think about AQ as a person, as an artist, on its previous album, stuff like that, gets a chance to set in. I think everybody should do this. I don't know if I want it to be a voice note on the track, but I think there should be a 40-second track one on most albums that have a message to get across. It's not just like a playlist of words, but like actual conceptual album. I think they should all do that. So I like the way that this is starting off. Interesting choice for the voice. Let's get into the track now.
If you're listening right now, you're privileged. Got subscriptions, got data, get your head on straight. Yes, we've been afraid, now we begin to rage. This is food for thought with nothing on your dinner plate. Sensitive subjects trespassing as my pen engage. I should tread carefully, reminded of my early days.
See, like shit like that. I like old head fucking AQ. Maybe that's what the second track's about. But like I like this, like, yo, being able to look back on my earlier career. This is the type of shit that we did. This is what I did that didn't necessarily give me the desired outcome that I wanted from it. But at the same time, he's like, yo, this is what's going on. No one else is going to talk about it. I'm your guy. Like, yo, we're going to address the elephant in the room, so to speak. I like it.
What's the worst that can happen? We in the end of days. Vagabonds in power, the clowns have taken center stage. Let the poor breed make...
And know what's crazy about that is that is not Nigeria specific. Like, that's how you know it really is the end days, right? Like, it's everywhere is fucked right now. I'm sorry. I've heard this once, so I'm allowed to keep pausing it. Fuck you guys.
Carefully reminded of my early days. What's the worst that can happen? We in the end of days. Vagabonds in power, the clowns have taken center stage. Let the poor breed make room, let's ventilate. Nothing to celebrate, we can make no lemonade. We ain't got no lemons, the melons don't broke our vertebrae. Living like a peasant, I'm watching the felons get away. But I'm hella straight, levitate to the Pelagate. When I talk to God face to face, Father, tell me straight that he shows me everything and then I get enraged. Bow your head, let us pray.
Look, man. It's shit like that where it's like this is the type of shit that made me become a fan. It's like the deeper fourth wall breaking almost type shit. Like that's such a fucking bar. Bring this back, man. Like you feel the Let Us Pray coming 14 seconds before it hits, and it's just like it's still like I asked to show me everything, keep it real with me, and when he did, what'd it do? It just pissed me the fuck off. I don't know. That's such a heavy bar. It's not a punchline. It's not like a even like imagery or nothing like that. But it's one of those type of like life bars that just sit with you, dog. I love the shit out of that.
When I talk to God face to face, Father, tell me straight that He shows me everything, and then I get enraged.
This is like the ignorance is bliss personified into a bar. I'm sorry. I'm overhyping it maybe, but this was my shit.
When I talk to God face to face, Father, tell me straight that He shows me everything, and then I get enraged. Bow your head, let us pray.
Lord will guide you till the end. I pray your journey will be guided by His stand.
Go. Pray.
Alright, super simple hook. It's soothing. I don't know about catchy, but it's definitely soothing. I believe, especially with how like the airy it is, I don't know if that's the right word for it, but there's a lot of dead space in the hook that gives you an opportunity to sit and think about what was said during the verses. I think it complements the type of verse that he decided to come with really well, because we're not doing just like punches for fun that you're gonna scrunch your face up and move away. Like I needed time to sit down and think about that shit. Like I asked God to tell me straight. I looked at that shit and got it right. Like come on, man. I don't know. Like that, I think it was a good direction, artistic direction for the hook.
Go. Pray for your enemies, I'd rather pray for my friends, cause enemies stay enemies, friends will take up jealousy. You can have what I have, you just gotta do the work, or forever grab on my fabric whenever Gilbert works. APC holding brooms, PDP umbrellas.
Pull that back. Now look, words. Full transparency, right? So I do have some background insight on him as an artist. We've done 2 interviews, one for businesses that he's pulled up and another one that's for him as an individual, as an artist. I've listened to him talk in multiple open spaces, always trying to give advice how to maneuver around the industries, how to like look out for certain potholes and shit like that, and kind of put the griminess of the industry, I would word it, on blast and shit like that. So when we hear him proceed with bars like this, it triggers all of those other conversations that I've heard him partake in, and it starts painting the picture big. So this is definitely an artist where like the more in tune with their message, what they're trying to do, the work that they do and shit like that, the heavier the bars hit.
You can have what I have, you just gotta do.
Pull this back though.
I'd rather pray for my friends, cause enemies stay enemies, friends will take up jealousy. You can have what I have, you just gotta do the work, or forever grab on my fabric whenever Gilbert works. APC holding brooms, PDP umbrellas, black axe swinging axes, priest crosses and chaplets. Say the rosary, Hail Mary, I've been a Catholic, son of John the Baptist, John O'Bady for those who asking. No symbols, no secret societies, just a man whose hands was blessed with prophesying things, just a fan base that relates to my anxiety. Still on brand, I'm in demand for acts of piety. How the filters.
Look, this is my favorite part of the song right here. Pull this back. I forgot how much I like this. I like this better than the other line. Hold on.
Those who asking, no symbols, no secret societies, just a man whose hands was blessed with prophesying things, just a fan base that relates to my anxiety.
That part, just the way he unleashes that and then hits like just the fan base that relates to my anxieties. That is self-awareness, dog. Because like you see AQ constantly getting pushed to do like one type of thing or do another type of thing and shit like that. But the stuff that I've always related to the most has always been the sincere, vulnerable, in my dark room music bag type shit, right? Like I'm well documented with which stuff I like versus the stuff that I don't like. I do think, you know, with him getting more known for the piety stuff, you know, between God's Engineering 1 and 2 and shit like that, I can see how there's some type of identity behind that as well. But from the sound of it, I think my interpretation of this line though is that he's appreciative of the fan base, the portion of the fan base that appreciates the exposure, the anxiety exposure type music, the vulnerable music and shit like that.
Till I'm brand, I'm in demand for acts of piety. How the filters couldn't hold him back. How I never had the app, but I'm the one to snap. If you never knew my past in this concrete zoo, dolphin nested blocks of flat, that's concrete proof.
You missing out on a lot of dudes, my guy. That's all I'm saying. I'm all for AQ being the bigger man. I'm sure he's, you know what I'm saying, like he's a man of the cloth, however you want to put it. But for the scumbags of us who have Snapchat since its inception, you've been missing out on a lot of dudes, my guy. Like a lot. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure you got Messenger, DMs and stuff like that is all lit too. Snapchat's kind of a different beast though.
Snap. If you never knew my past in this concrete zoo, dolphin nested blocks of flat, that's concrete proof. Before I come see you, navy sweats made by AV Rex, save you the stress.
Hold up, I don't even think I caught this the first time. Pull it back.
Never knew my past in this concrete zoo, dolphin nested blocks of flat, that's concrete proof. Before I come see you, navy sweats made by AV Rex, save you the stress of getting paid on X, I'm saying less.
Is he like basically saying like you are not aware of my history and the fact that you're talking shit right now is proof enough that you're not aware of that shit? Like, that's kind of fire, my guy.
Flat, that's concrete proof.
Nah.
The one to snap. If you never knew my past in this concrete zoo, dolphin nested blocks of flat, that's concrete proof. Before I come see you, navy sweats made by AV Rex, save you the stress of getting paid on X, I'm saying less. Blocking all your baby steps, repaying debts, you may be next. May the Lord provide our daily bread. Yeah.
His like insistence on like ending these verses with like the hardest shit followed just by like very, very common biblical phrases and shit like that. It goes hard every time. I don't know why, but I like it. This is just like the Let Us Pray. There's no reason for that to hit that hard.
The stress of getting paid on X, I'm saying less. Blocking all your baby steps, repaying debts, you may be next. May the Lord provide our daily bread. Yeah.
It also provides really good symmetry too between the way that the first verse is written and the second verse is written, and then with that same kind of transition note. I like it.
Will guide you till the end. I pray your journey will be guided by His steps.
Purple is unique. It is a color that doesn't exist in the spectrum of light. Unlike red, blue, or green, you cannot find a single wavelength of light that corresponds to purple. In essence, purple is a figment of our imagination.
I tend to be irritated by songs that start and end with the voice note. I don't know that this one applies. It was quick. It was in and out. It was seamless. I like the trail off at the end from a production standpoint. I don't think it was overpowering. I think this works. And as an intro track to the album too, maybe he gets a little bit of leeway with that as well. 1 to 10, what are we thinking, guys? Down in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Also, put your album predictions in the comments. Let's talk about what do you think is going to be like the favorite tracks, least favorite tracks, overall scores, shit like that. Let me know what you guys thought about it. You've got to sit with it a little bit longer than I have. Overall, out of 10, I give the intro solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I like it a lot. There's nothing that was necessarily bad in it, nothing that like put a bad taste in my mouth. I think it was a solid intro to it. I might feel differently about it depending on how the rest of the album goes. If this was like truly like a good insight to a well put together album versus just an intro track. 8 out of 10 is my score. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'm going to get right back to you guys. We're going to move on to the second track, and I will get that up shortly for y'all. Let's keep going.